Hey everybody, it's D Amazing here, fresh from NYCC Day 1, here to bring you a short and sweet review of the Super Saiyan Vegeta, aka Super Vegeta from the Cell games. Well, technically before the Cell games, but Cell Saga. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to review it, do all those nice things. First and foremost, I want to start by saying it looks very nice. It obviously is different in terms of sculpt and shape from the other ones, but the most dynamic thing possibly is the new head sculpt. Looks very close to the manga. So nice. It's a much larger head. It's more robust. You can see the clean lines. I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking it a lot so far. So one quick thing I want to go over is definitely the accessories. One of the definite pluses is that it comes with the folded arms. When I first recorded this, I already had the folded arms on, and I'm going to put them on real fast so I can show you guys. It's sort of the same way you always do it. You pop out arms. Same with Trunks, same with the old Vegeta. You pop out the arms, and you basically just apply a little force to go in. Please be careful. Vegeta's hair is super sharp this time around. It is nothing to be played with. It will actually hurt you because it hurt me. So I want to get in and out on this part. I'm going to do it really quickly. And this is kind of a pain, so you got to sort of force it in on one side and rotate the ball joint. And voila. And if you don't force it in all the way, you kind of can do it by forcing it down. Just like that. Super Vegeta, arms crossed. It looks really nice. So enough about that. Let's talk about articulation real fast as I pop these arms back in. Overall, it has close to the same articulation as the Armored Trunks. The only difference is they changed his actual ab crunch. And the reason why it is because obviously enough of you guys complained about the way it looked ugly in the backside. A problem I did not have because most of the time, oh, son of a biscuit, I used a little too much force. I use way too much force. I'm a little too strong. But the reason why I did that is because, as you can see, they fixed the molding problem that you kind of go forward on the Trunks. So as you can see now, it doesn't show. Meanwhile, on Trunks, when you do that, as you can see, there's a big gap. I know tons of you guys were complaining about this huge and gigantic gap. You got what you wanted, and they remodeled the articulation. So as you can see, it doesn't go all the way forward. You do get a nice rotation going backwards, and you get a nice little bit going forwards. Nothing crazy. The head can go left and right, goes up and down. Legs can go all the way up. You get actual leg articulation. It rotates like the Shukeki Seiho of the Kamen Rider Renewal stuff. And on Trunks, just like Trunks, you get the little pull-out leg method. So you can rotate the leg left and right, and you have some type of ankle pivot. Well, what mimics an ankle pivot. Arms, you know about that articulation already. It's the same as all Vegetas and Gokus and things like that. One thing I am a little disappointed about is that the ball joint is actually different on Vegeta. It's a little disappointing because, you know, you wanted to be able to put on your head from your previous Vegetas, just in case you want to try it out or not be Super Vegeta. But you can't get the overall super definitive, like, for instance, with Awakening Goku, who uses the same ball joint. So you can kind of get away with swapping heads. So what this proves is that they are truly moving forward with these 2.0 body molds and plan to constantly redo everything, if not just some, if not just some things. So Vegeta's hands, I want to talk about them. You actually get the most amount of hands you've ever gotten with a Vegeta. So you get these open hands. You get Final Flash hands. You actually get his martial arts stance hands for the first time. They don't really give you these. They normally give you these with Goku, but now you have them repainted in white to get Vegeta's. And you get one of my favorite things ever. You get the I'm Super Vegeta thumb, where he points at himself, goes, I'm Super Vegeta. It's really cool. You actually don't get stuff like that. So that means you can actually recreate more closer scenes. And as usual, you can pop out the front plate of the head for Vegeta's faces. So one of them being the normal screaming head. I don't know why it's not focusing. Let's take you out in the background. I want you guys to focus on these heads. There we go. So this is the screaming forward head. This one where he's screaming toward the side, where he's looking sideways or yelling or talking to you. It all depends on how Vegeta feels that day. And one of my favorite faces is the Vegeta smirking face. This is the head that complements the I'm Super Vegeta head. I forgot Sasuke was all the way in the background. I apologize for that. One of my favorite ones. So if you don't already know, it's possibly quite favorite. So in terms of like having Vegeta, this is probably my favorite one so far. Yes, they made changes to it, but overall, it's a huge improvement. And I know tons of people are still gonna complain about it because that's just the DBZ community, and that's fine. But overall, this is still a definitive Vegeta right now. If you want him to replace your thinner Vegeta, that's fine. He still works as a bulkier version. Oh, one thing I do want to add. You actually can rotate the arms, give you a little pivot forward, much like the new Goku and the new Trunks. But if this is definitely be the Vegeta you get. If you missed out on any one, this is the one you want. In terms of size, though, it's perfect because he matches Arm and Trunks a little well. So as you can see, he matches Arm and Trunks really, really well. Size-wise, he's a ton smaller. Looks great. When you put him next to Goku, he's actually his size. So even though this is the buffer version, you can still use him as a definitive Vegeta, or you can use him as flat-out Super Vegeta. I think I may have left this out, but he does have toe pivot, just to make sure you guys know. And real quick, we're going to compare him to all his other Vegeta forms. Well, the ones that I have. I think I'm only missing Scouter one, or somewhere. I don't know, it's somewhere around here. So even if you wanted to shave down the ball joint on this one and use these heads, it's very easy for you because Vegeta's actually still his proper height regardless of whatever form you use. Just so you know. This one is only a little taller because he's on top of gravel. But when you put him next to the other ones, he's still the same size. A little bit more muscular though. But I'll definitely like his proportions being different, more rounder, more to represent Dragon Ball at the time when Akira Toriyama drew things a little round. I'm really enjoying this. If you didn't already get this, please do. It releases for Japan in a couple weeks actually, but they pre-released it early at NYCC. And the other thing is, if you're getting the domestic release, it's gonna be probably late November, early December. It's gonna retail about 55, 60 bucks. Please go out, make sure you get one. Absolutely love it. My favorite form, one of my favorite characters. Go out and get it. If you feel like I've missed anything or you picked it up at NYCC and you feel like I missed something, you know, go ahead, talk about it. Put it in the comments. Knowledge is power, right guys? Have a good one. Later.